Alright, what's going on, guys? It is your boy TKD, Winter D here, back here in PlayStation Source, and this is of course going to be the 4th installment of the Blue Box Game Studios conspiracy, in quotes, because you know we have a tweet that we got. You know what? Let me bring up the tweet right now. Let's bring up the tweet right now. Let's not waste any time. Hasan Kahraman replied to me in a thread that we will go over later on in this video, saying that no conspiracy, please. No more conspiracy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, we do have a lot to discuss here in this video, so I want to jump straight to it, but definitely we'll get to that point on if there's even a conspiracy anymore later on in the video. Before we get into all of that, down below find links to our Discord, our Twitter, and an Anchor link that way you can be up to date when we start Road to Forbidden West in 2022. It's coming up hot, guys, I promise. I did not get as much work done this week as I wanted to, but we will get to it in the new year. But starting off here, of course, we got to jump all the way back to October 16th. Okay, this was posted when this was a time right after the whole, you know, teaser real-time experience app went live on PlayStation, and we saw it and we streamed it here actually on the channel. You guys saw it first and foremost, and it definitely left much to be desired. Was not what we were all looking for, but there was a lot of toxicity and harassment going on, of course, being thrown at Hasan and at Blue Box Game Studios as well. But let's read what they had to say here involving that whole debacle back during October 16th. The following message is not addressed as a company but as a group of human beings. The last few days have been difficult, death threats and increasing online, but unfortunately also physically, and this has to stop. We have been dealing with death threats the past few months, and the last few days we have been dealing with it again, especially physically. This not only affects us as a team, but everyone within our environments, our businesses, families, and everyone surrounding us. We want to work in a safe environment, and with job openings upcoming in the future, we want to offer a safe work environment for future colleagues as well. We won't tolerate this, and we will take action by providing authorities IP addresses, logs, and camera footages. We are fully aware of the negative situation that we have created, and we truly understand your frustration, but what we don't understand are the death threats. We understand and appreciate your interest for Abandoned. We are working hard on Abandoned. We will start a regular blog on our website that you can follow, and we will post any news on Abandoned on our Twitter, but all we ask until then is just give us space and to let us work on Abandoned, please. Thank you. So this whole thing, you know, overall, I gotta agree with this. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of people out there that are wilding over this game. Like, yes, okay, there are a lot of smoke and mirror elements. Yes, that, you know, real-time experience app was not great, right? It was something that we saw earlier that week, and it was just, you know, accompanied with a blurry image that had no context to it. We learned really nothing new about the game. So I understand how that was definitely a letdown, but you cannot resort to death threats and harassment in any capacity, for real. Like that's insane. And you know, definitely I stand by this statement that they put out that, you know, above all else, even if this is Kojima, he's a human being. You know what I'm saying? Even though it might not be. But let's move on, of course, to Christmas Eve here, December 24th. We have them making good on their promise to provide a dev blog that will go over different new additions to Abandoned as they continue to develop it. So they say here, dev blog number 1 and the start of a new year. Ever since we announced Abandoned being in development for the PS5 back in April, we faced multiple hardships within the development of the game. With the game being in development since 2017, the concept changed several times, and deciding to work on smaller games next to this title was a burden for us we shouldn't have started. Early 2021, we decided to fully focus on Abandoned, and when we announced the announcement teaser in April, it did not achieve and meet our vision at all, causing us to rework on the entire game. Real-time experience launch. Resulting in lots of stress, missed deadlines, and a chaotic production, we announced the real-time experience PS5 app in June 2021 to showcase the game and the tech behind it. Having to know the real-time experience app was announced too soon, and the ongoing pressure of rumors, our team again faced hardships to properly showcase the game through the real-time experience, causing it to delay the app, but not once, but twice. Yes, we all know it was delayed twice. Definitely I do, you know what I'm saying. Learning curve. With the mistakes we have made, we don't want to make the same mistakes again. All of this has been nothing but a huge learning curve for us. We want to deliver a game that you can enjoy. Tech demo. With the start of the new year, we begin with a tech demo in the real-time experience app via a patch update bundled with a redesigned real-time experience app for a better user experience. The tech demo demonstrates the technology behind Abandon in real time, showcasing visuals, audio, and the DualSense wireless controller's haptic feedback features that adds a new layer to the horror experience. Real-time experience app. With 3 million PS5 users engaging with a total of 11 million sessions to date, data from Sony, we want to deliver something that is deserving and worth to keep an eye on. The app gets content updates throughout the year. Prologue, a game reveal. Q1 2022 is going to be interesting for fans of Abandoned, with the game reveal being around the corner and the release of the prologue coming closer and closer. We are working hard to make sure to showcase the game at the best and stable way possible. From the team at Blue Box Game Studios, happy holidays and have a healthy 2022. So there's confirmation that, in the realm of Q1 2022, we are going to get some sort of prologue along with the tech demo as well that will, illustrate some of the different features that this game will be using on the PS5, like haptic feedback, etc., all the good stuff. So we'll be getting a separate tech demo that is going to not really pertain to, I think, the game's narrative and like premise that well, just the raw tech of it, and then the prologue is going to be the real game reveal where we'll see some stuff about Abandoned that we can talk about a little bit more in more deeper ways than just it being a game. So that's cool. We will see how that all unfolds in 2022, you know what I'm saying? And I'll follow it here on the channel. Spoiler alert, this series is not over. I know the thumbnail says conclusion, but it is not, you know what I'm saying? It's a conclusion to the conspiracy, perhaps, you know what I'm saying? But maybe not. But let's move on to the tech demo here. December 25th, on Christmas Day, they tweeted out this from the Blue Box Game Studios Twitter. Tech demo will be available inside the real-time experience app. A notification will be sent once the patch is ready, and we have this mysterious eye-looking image, which is that our protagonist? Who knows? We will have to see. But it is cool to know, okay, great, like there's gonna be a tech demo and a prologue. Those are things that are in the realm of almost being here. You know what I'm saying? I will stream both of them, of course, on the channel in 2022, and we'll talk more about those when they drop in early 2022. But moving on here, of course, we have the last major thing here we have to discuss here is, of course, the Hasan Kahraman thread here. There's a lot to go here. Let's start from the top here. People really need to calm down. The toxicity is really creating a lot of pressure and stress. I get it, you are pissed, but we're working hard to deliver something that you can enjoy, and that takes time. Sorry, but this had to be said. PS5 users feel scammed because they got a 5-second teaser, which I, on behalf of myself and Blue Box, deeply apologize for. I can truly understand that, but there are a lot of people out there who are complaining but don't have a PS5. That is a little bit interesting, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think it's crazy to assume that some people are interested in this game that don't have a PS5 yet. You know what I'm saying? I get that, they didn't have the capacity to experience that 5-second teaser, right? But just even the knowledge of wanting to get info about this game, and although they're not able to be a primary source of that, to hear from secondary sources that is just a 5-second teaser is a little bit, I think, warranted on, being somewhat upset or let down by it. Of course, I'm not saying go and throw death threats and do these crazy things like that. That's not what I'm saying, but having a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of a letdown is something that I don't think you have to have a PS5 to feel on Abandoned in terms of rolling out information about this game, right? Next up here. Next to that, for Abandoned, we use self-made content. Just because you saw the April teaser doesn't mean that the whole game is an asset flip. Why do you think that it takes time to show something? It takes time because you want to show something good, something you can enjoy. You can't blame people for calling this game an asset flip in April because there were a lot of reused assets from Unreal in that April teaser. And you can see here, when you read between the lines, he doesn't say that the April teaser didn't have reused assets. You know what I'm saying? He just says here that, because you saw the April teaser, it doesn't mean that the whole game is an asset flip. He doesn't not say that the April teaser was full of asset flips because, quite frankly, it's been proven that it was. You know what I'm saying? So that it's like, you can't blame people for looking at the April teaser and calling this game a whole asset flip when it's been proven that there were a lot of reused assets in that April teaser. Next up here, he goes on in the thread to say, and yes, I Am Blue Box are indie and you should not expect a AAA game. Set your expectations. Yes, we want to do our own way of things, and sure, we didn't do it well, but we are working on it. Now, that, okay, I guess you can't really poke a hole in that, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as we are aware publicly, right, Blue Box Game Studios is an indie studio, right? As far as we are aware, okay? Regardless of the conspiracy, regardless of what we've talked about in previous episodes and everything, this is, in all intents and purposes, an indie studio that has a partnership with Sony, just like what we had this year with Ember Lab and, of course, Candy Bridge of Spirits from that whole standpoint, right? So, okay, I think that's fair to set expectations as a developer, as the head of a studio, and say, we are indie and don't expect a AAA game. So I can respect that I have no problem with that tweet. You know what I'm saying? That's completely fine there. Next up, if you feel scammed or whatsoever, I am deeply apologizing for that. That is not my intention, nor do I want it. Once again, I'm reading straight up. Nor do I want it, or nor did I want for any of this to happen. All I ask from everyone is just to relax, calm down, and just wait. It's coming, I promise, just wait. Enjoy life. This is my favorite sentence, okay? Enjoy life, play some cool games, watch a movie, spend time with your loved ones, do some workout, touch grass, you know what I'm saying? That he did not say touch grass, that was me. But I like that sentence because like, and I do feel that like that is directly talking to those that I feel are out there acting wild, right? Like throwing death threats, harassing BB Games, harassing Hasan, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's where that tweet is really directed to. I don't think it's to what I feel are people, are on the other side and I think are more in line with me, where it's like, I think we do have just a real speculation and we're just curious about this game, and there are some things that, have been on Reddit, threads and everything that look suspicious, but we're not gonna harass Hasan or harass Blue Box Games, you know what I'm saying? I think that tweet is for those that have been doing that on the more extreme level of this whole thing, okay? And then lastly here to end off this thread, sorry for this long message, but I really felt like sharing this as the whole situation is just out of control, which I can agree with, you know what I'm saying? Like this has been a crazy thing to follow this year in 2021, but going into 2022, how do I feel about this? This is the last piece of content on the channel. What are my thoughts, right? Overall, I never want this, these batch of videos, right? This Blue Box Game Studios Conspiracy series to promote any sort of harassment, any sort of death threats. If you ever feel compelled to do that after watching my content here on this subject, please leave. Like that is not at all. I've never ever promoted that, right? And will never do so, right? Like if you're acting crazy, get out. You know what I'm saying? And y'all should know what I mean by acting crazy. If you're out here, harassing BB Games, harassing Hasan, throwing death threats left and right, you're insane and you need to leave this community, right? Number one, okay? This whole series is simply just to follow this game because I'm just fascinated by this. You know what I'm saying? Like out of all the things that happened in PlayStation in 2021, this has got to be one of the most entertaining things possible. I know there are some serious, things that Hasan and BB Games have been dealing with, right? I'm not saying that is what makes it exciting or intriguing, but just the raw nature of what is this game? How did they get access to a real-time experience app from PlayStation? PlayStation being, they were featured on the front page of the PS5 a few weeks back a few times. I've seen that as well. Like, there's just something interesting about this game that I just want to follow it. I just want to follow and I want to, chronicle for historical purposes, you know what I'm saying? Because that's just where I'm at, you know what I'm saying? I'm just curious about this game, and above all else, okay, in spite of what's been said today, what we've seen on Twitter, what's been going on lately, I just can't shake it, guys. I cannot shake the feeling that I still feel that something is up with this game, okay? I'm prepared to be wrong. Okay, if next year we see this game and it turns out to be a legit indie game that they're just doing their thing, you know what I'm saying, and there's nothing to do with Kojima Productions or Hideo Kojima himself, and this is just a straight up indie game that is legit and we were all wrong, I will be the first to say that I was wrong, you know what I'm saying? But I am still I just still have this suspicion. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just still think this whole thing is weird. I still think there are some things that are not explained that I think are weird. Even Hasan replied to, I'll try and find it here on the video and put it up on the screen, but even, you know, there was someone that was asking, you know, about the name of Hasan Kahraman, how it directly translates to Hideo Kojima, and Hasan says, yeah, you know, that was just a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? But like, there's too many coincidences for this to just be nothing, and I just can't let it go. I'm sorry, I can't let it go. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna keep following the story, okay? The conspiracy low-key continues. It's a very small conspiracy now, but we're still gonna follow this game, and I'm still gonna chronicle what happens to this game on this series in 2022. The beat keeps going, you know what I'm saying, people? And yeah, that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to like on the video, as well as hit subscribe to PlayStation Source to keep up with the latest and greatest in PlayStation. Down below, find links to our Discord, our Twitter, and our Anchor link that way you can listen to our long-form content and podcast format. Those, of course, being, of course, the upcoming Road to Forbidden West. Week by week, we're going to have discussions about Horizon Forbidden West, about Horizon Zero Dawn, as I'm playing through it live on the channel as well. We're gonna hit the ground running in January. Very excited for that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the love and the support in 2021. Really appreciate it, guys. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a safe new year. And as always, greatness awaits.